and 4. The battle is on. It's going to be too close to call side by side. Long Joe gets it. Oh, we got contact. We got flips. We got big wrecks here going back to the front because we're racing back to the line.
William Page with the victory.
Looking for second here.
Busa's gonna.
Oh, he's going to use that apron.
He's going to use the apron.
They're going to be side by side. Coming off the corner. Boy, back to the inside. It's going to be a drag race to the line. Tom Musa gets it.
Tom Musa, where did he come from?
Boyer trying to close the gap. He's going to get to the bumper. Oh, just barely did not make it. And coming off of turn 4, Jeff Stekenis is going to win it at Dover.
Before I wrap things up here in this segment, your thoughts on the type of race we're going to see tonight? And I would have to agree.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to tonight's feature presentation of the Hobo Racing Truck Series live from the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. As always, I'm your host, JoeTowNetwork, riding solo here in Sin City tonight with our producer, Bristol. This is your Circle B Diecast race preview for the Hobo Racing Truck Series. Make sure to use our code JTN at checkout for free shipping on your order of $20 or more. This is, of course, the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, 1.5 miles out here in the desert. 94 laps tonight with these fast truckers here in the Hobo Racing League. 70-degree weather. It's beautiful here in Sin City. Going to be a fun night of racing nonetheless. Can't thank you enough for tuning in. As always, here at the top of the show, I'd like to remind you to make sure you hit that like button on the video and subscribe to us here on JTN. It does so much to help support us. Everything that we do as we continue our march towards those 1,000 subscribers. Last I checked, about 60 away, so if you're new and you're tuning in for the first time, maybe you're watching the replay, make sure you hit that sub button because we're going to be doing a giveaway at 1,000 on the subscriber count. One driver going to be hoping to park it there, right there. You see it, victory lane here in the middle of the Neon Garage. Happy hour winding down here from Las Vegas. Cars coming, or trucks rather, coming down the pit lane. They're going around there. Drivers being called to their cars for qualifying here momentarily.
Drivers, to your cars.
There you hear it. Las Vegas Motor Speedway, we have a lot of history here on JTN broadcasting races, including last year's first, I believe it was the first Hobo Racing Truck Series event of the year out here in Sin City. So we got an idea of what to expect tonight. Going to be really hard for these drivers to pass, make their way through the field, so qualifying going to be of the utmost importance here to start the night off. Fortunately, we can't watch that, of course, but you can listen to me talk more about the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. You've seen some excellent racing here in the past. Just this past week, of course, Bomb Squad Racing was out here in Vegas on the original configuration of the track. We're going to have Hobo Racing Cup Series action this Tuesday night here from Vegas as well. Going to be a fun time this Tuesday with the Cup cars and a little bit more maneuverability with the extra horsepower that we have there. But tonight, the truckers, the draft is going to be the key, folks. You don't want to lose the pack early on in the race. And if you're someone that's maybe stuck in the middle of the pack, you don't want things to get single file quick. Once things go single file, it makes it really hard to make some of these passes that we're going to see throughout the night. That they have to happen, right? It's only natural for passing to start to occur as tires wear out on these trucks. But as we go throughout the night here tonight, folks, the biggest thing to watch out for is how quick things get strung out. If we get single file, it's going to make it harder on those guys, the trailing truck, to be able to make some passes. If things kind of stay double wide, we stay in a nice uniform pack, then we're going to see a lot of maneuverability for these truckers from Las Vegas. You see those qualifying results starting to come in across our ticker at the top of your screen. We'll have those momentarily, and I'll read off the starting lineup for you once qualifying concludes. But of course, here in Las Vegas, you're going to want to roll the dice, potentially with a late race yellow. You don't want to fold, because you definitely want to leave here with the jackpot, the victory from Sin City. Right now, it looks like 31 truck of Stakanis currently on the provisional pole. Ryan Johnson and Herman Reese, your top three, as those qualifying results continue to pour in at the top of your screen. We'll wait for those. We'll wait for these truckers to get out on the track for some happy hour action, get things started. Once again, I'm Joe Twansky here with JTN's coverage of the Hobo Racing Truck Series tonight. Make sure if you haven't already, you drop a like on the video and subscribe. Be a friend, tell a friend about our broadcasts. It always does so much to help support us, get these viewership numbers up. As qualifying has concluded, I'll get those results for you and read them off in just a moment. It will be the 31 of Jeff Stakanis on the pole tonight, with the 059 of Ryan Johnson in second. And it's going to be Mark DeSenza and Jeff Fugate third and fourth on the grid. Rounding out your top five, it's going to be the 13 of Harry Kodian, with Herman Reese in sixth. Seventh tonight, folks, rolling off on the grid is going to be the 41 of Josh Boyer, with this guy, Dan Rubino, in the 44, rolling off in eighth. In ninth will be the 25 of Ron Simpson, with Daniel Dupuis rounding out your top 10 in the number 24. Tom Musa and Andre Monjon roll off in row number 6 and 11th and 12th, respectively, with the 85 Ricky Mumbolo and the 28 of Keith McLean rolling off 13th and 14th. 15th is going to be the 07 of Steve Rubino, with Rich Napick rolling off in 16th in the number 6. Mopar in that number 43, the STP machine here tonight, rolling off 17th, with Larry D in the 188 in 18th. 19th is going to be Dion Hinsky in the number 14, with Daryl Brown in the 86 rolling off in 20th. 21st, Gary Jackson, Rod West in 22nd, and rounding out your field of 23 here tonight, the 2 of Richard Fenkel. So 23 trucks tonight here, folks. Going to be a decent-sized field. You don't want to be one of those guys that was reading off their names at the end of the list, because it will be some tough sledding for them tonight. See a couple of them right here on your screen. Larry D, Gary Jackson, both starting deep in the field, doing some drafting practice right now through turns 1 and 2. 28 going to go hard into the inside wall there. It's only happy hour, though. Judy, Barbara, Ann, Mackenzie, can't thank you enough for tuning in tonight. Enjoying some Hobo Racing Truck Series action from Las Vegas. Can't thank you enough, as always, for tuning in and being so supportive of not only us here on JTN, but, of course, all the great guys here at Hobo Racing. Relatively quiet track right now. There's that 43 of Mopar. Good-looking STP Dodge Ram. That's probably a lot of people's favorite paint schemes tonight. Rod Weston in the number 19. Toyota. Getting some laps in behind the 24 Cabela's Dodge of Dupuis. Gotta get that draft practice in here early, folks. 86 of Daryl Brown coming to the pit lane. Just your last adjustments. Here you see the pole sitter Jeff Stakanis in a pack with Larry D, Jeff Fugate, Rich Napick. And just kind of getting some laps in. Everyone's probably going to be running around the bottom, or at least close to it tonight. Again, with the trucks, the draft's so crucial, since you have the extra. You don't have the extra horsepower that you would have with the Cup car. Nonetheless, though, by the end of tonight, you're going to want to at least be in a position where you might end up making a move that you're going to have to make by yourself. You're not going to have that help whether it be in front or behind you. Obviously, a bunch of different agendas will start to play out throughout the night as guys kind of get to figure out what their expectation for the night. That's something that I don't think it's, everyone wants to come into a weekend, into a race night. Everyone wants to win, right? I think that's everyone's ultimate goal here, especially in Hobo with it where it's so competitive. But once you get about 20 laps into a race as a driver, as a crew, you start to get a sense of where you are and where you should finish at the least, right? So that is the biggest thing to watch tonight. For you manage your expectations as a driver. You see Keith McLean there, Mac Daddy in the 28. You manage your expectations as a driver after running some laps here tonight. Once the race gets started, we ain't gonna go for a spin. A little too much bush light in the back, if you know what I'm talking about. Coming to the pit lane, there's Rod Weston once again. These trucks out here right now, not worried about using up some sets of the Wranglers either. 43 around off of turn 2. Larry D in the 188 also around. There's Steve Rubino just chilling there on pit lane in the 07. But happy hour winding down here, folks. We're about ready to go green flag racing. Again, this was your Hobo Racing Truck Series race preview presented by our friends at Circle B Diecast. Use that code JTN at checkout for free shipping on your order of $20 or more. Drivers being called to their cars, and we'll be getting underway here momentarily.
Drivers, start your engines!
As you hear the command, these 23 truckers get their race trucks fired up, and we get ready to go racing here from Sin City. Going to be Jeff Stekenis, Ryan Johnson on row number 1, Mark Descenza, Jeff Fugate, Cody Ann, Herman Reese, Josh Boyer, Dan Rubino, Ron Simpson, and Daniel Dupuis, your top 10 here for the start. Again, 94 laps tonight, folks. Not a too terribly long time to get to the front if you're towards the back here to start the night. So you're definitely going to want to make up those spots often, early and often. Not going to be able to drive up through the field like we saw today with the NASCAR Cup Series for a couple folks. Alright, this is where things start to get exciting. Field makes their way through turns 3 and 4. Ready to go green flag racing here from Las Vegas. Jeff Stekenis going to lead us to the green in the number 31 Chevrolet. Ryan Johnson in second as the pace truck pulls off. Stekenis with control, wants to keep that control for 94 circuits here tonight. Can he do it? We'll just have to wait and see. Field makes their way into the tri-oval green flag, and we're down and away here from Las Vegas. All right, you see Ryan Johnson on the outside starting to fall back. Fugate thinks about taking it 3 wide for third. Not enough room there to stick that number 9 between the 13 and the 059. Cody Ann drifts up the track a bit down the back straightaway. The battle for third rages on. Rest of the field gets through okay. We'll keep an eye on battle for third, the battle for fifth. Herman Reese to the inside of the number 9. Ryan Johnson loose there. He's going to go around right in front of the field. Collects the 25. They're flipping behind him. Tom Musa is up and over. Steve Rubino, heavy damage. Keith McLean as well. And caution number 1 of the night has come out. Let's get you a replay. Looks like we'll have to fix that ticker for you folks at home too, but this all starts with the 059 going around. Looks like there's something that occurs further on back too, unless it's just folks checking. Oh, who was that? I think that was Tom Musa in the 7. Further on back. Maybe another truck appeared inside of the 7? And a lot of, it might be the, let's see. Oh, he just gets loose down there. Nowhere for McLean to go. Steve Rubino also involved. You have to wonder if maybe he jumped on the binders a little bit. Just trying to slow the truck down, make sure he wasn't running into a bigger accident. Another look at it. My goodness. Already a couple truckers out of this. So incident starts with the 059. You saw it live. But a huge wreck here on lap 1. 7 truck having to get the tow back to pit lane. A lot of folks down there right now, as caution number 1 is out here. From Las Vegas. Let's see. Gonna get to... We had to do this the other night, folks. A little bit of movie magic. You're gonna see it live here. Try to make sure things keep shifting. Don't know why. So we'll fix that for you. There you go. That lap counter back. Get you back on track. So early incident takes out a few that I think we thought at home would have a little bit of speed. There you see damage on the 07 Steve Rubino. That truck is going to be hampered for the rest of the night. You never like to see the spoiler all cockeyed like that. Definitely going to hurt the downforce on the back end. Steve going to have a handful. See, Larry D also looks like maybe some damage on this 188. Not a lot. Tom Musa has retired. Don't see him out on the track anymore. 25, Ron Simpson. He got collected in this with the 059 of Ryan Johnson. Rich Fenkel started from the pit lane. Should be getting the 1 to go back to green this time by. But yes, already a big incident sending the 7 to Tom Musa up and over through the air. That truck, that Go Penske Rentals truck, already retired on the night. So we're down 1. We're down to 22 here from Las Vegas. So don't be putting any money on 7. Here's what we just learned. If the Pace truck lights go off this time, they do. We're going back green at the line. Going to be Stickenis, DeSenza, Kodian, Reese, and Boyer. Your top 5. Daniel Rubino, Monjan, Napick, Mopar, and Daryl Brown. Your top 10 for the restart. Look at the sand here in turn 2. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, that camera was not positioned optimally. Well, was it? There's that number 19. Keith McLean also out of this race in the 28, so 2 retired. Apologize, misspoke. Getting ready to go back green, coming to lap 6 of 94. Jeff Stekenis in control once again here for the restart. Pace truck pulls off. We get ready to go back green flag racing from the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Green flag back underway here in Vegas. Single file up front. We head further back. Looks like we're okay. Rod Weston making a pass on Ricky Bumbalo there in the 85. 85 loose that time. Coming off of turn number 4. His cautions is out. Steve Rubino around in turn number 4. And he will park it for the night. What happened here with Steve? Just loses it, and that's what we talked about, folks. Without the spoiler being like it is on the back, gonna lose a lot of that rear end downforce. You saw it right there. Truck gets loose, and he goes around here on lap 6 of 94. So already we're working caution number 2 on the night. Once again, like to remind you to make sure you hit that like button on the video and subscribe. Be a friend, tell a friend about our broadcast streams here on JTN. Some of the best NR 2003 online racing on the web is housed right here on JTN. You don't want to miss a second of it. Got some more of it coming up this week, including this Tuesday night with the Hobo Racing Cup Series right back here in Las Vegas. 8:50 p.m. Eastern Time for that one. Then it's the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series out in the desert in Phoenix, 9:05 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursday, March the 10th. And then Saturday, March 12th, late night USORL Super Speedway action from Talladega, 10:40 p.m. Eastern Time this Saturday night. Of course, those are next 3 races presented by our friends at TWB Technologies, because together we are better. All those races live only on JTN. Not a good night to be a driver with 7 in your number. Already the 7 and 07 have retired. Herman Reese still out there in the 73. And that's about it. Not about it, that is it. And 28 Keith McLean also out, and 7 goes into 28 4 times. Once again, can't thank you enough for tuning into tonight's coverage of the Hobo Racing Truck Series. Be a friend, tell a friend about our broadcast here on JTN. Spring has officially sprung. You can now head on over to the JTN merch store and get yourself some great looking JTN merch, including a bunch of new t-shirts. A bunch of great designs on there, including our classic JTN logo merch, our JTN race car merch. Some great stuff there, as well as some different driver merch available. Bunch of great stuff now available only on the JTN merch store. Ace truck lights are out. We'll go back green flag racing this time by at the line. Wait and see. We've seen turn 4 so far tonight be the trouble spot. Will everyone be able to navigate their way through the corner? So Stakenis with control, Descenza, Cody, and your top 3, Herman Reese, Josh Boyer, Dan Rubino, Andre Monjon, Rich Knapik, Mopar, and then Brown in the 86, your top 10 here for the restart, coming to lap 11 of 94. Ace truck makes the hard left turn down the pit lane. Stakenis with control here, coming off the corner. So we make our way down into the restart zone. We're back underway. Green flag once again here from Las Vegas. File Cody in with a run there, not able to do anything with it. Still single file coming off the corner. Now through 3 and 4, the treacherous turn number 4. Just the loading gets really weird with these trucks. Everyone makes it through. And we're single file here, green flag racing from Las Vegas. Josh Boyer up the track a little bit. Dan Rubino gets a little loose. You saw the nose kind of go away from him there coming off of turn number 2. That's going to allow the 54 to have a run here down the back straightaway. See if Monjon can do anything with it. He can't. Now Rich Knapik all over the tailgate of truck number 54. Nothing going that time. Further on back, Jeff Fugate to the inside of the 059. Ryan Johnson. We continue to watch this battle for the 6th position on track. 44 Dan Rubino having a good night so far. Qualified up inside the top 10. Up 2 spots to position number 6. As now Knapik looks to the inside of Monjon. Not there just yet. 54 looking to the outside of the 44. Everyone working on positioning themselves right now, trying to set up a pass. But you, like I said at the top of the show, folks, we get single file here quick. And that is not a way to promote passing Jackson to the inside of Johnson for position. That Gorilla Glue dodge goes on through, makes the pass. Now Ricky Bumbalo looking. Trying to find a way around Ryan Johnson. That 059, remember, spun. Bringing out caution at number 1 simultaneously with the number 7. Johnson now looking back to the inside, and Jackson not able to get anything going there. So we go back up front in the field. It's still the Jeff Stakenis show. Mark DeSenza second, Harry Codian third, 3 Chevrolets at the top of the board with the Cadillac running in fourth. Bunch of General Motors power at the front of the field. Gonna be putting this 25 of Simpson a lap down. You see all the damage there on the left side. The roof's caved in right above the driver there. Engine number 25. Not the night the Simpson Fence Company Chevrolet team was looking for, as Mopar down onto the apron. You don't want to do that. Drifts up in front of the 25. Going to get loose there. A big save from Mopar in the 43. Loses 2 positions en route to making that save, though, is now Rod Weston going to be all over the tailgate of Brown here in the 86th Avis Budget Rentals Chevrolet. Weston not able to get anything going this time. You're going to lose the nose of the truck there coming off of turn number 2. Back up front, though, it's the Jeff Stakenis show, still leading over Mark DeSenza as DeSenza starts to close the gap. See if driver 33 can make a move here. Might need a little bit of help from Harry Codian back there in third, Herman Reese in fourth. Give him a little bit of a shot, a little bit of a shove. Get some momentum working off on one of these corners as Stakenis kind of misses the bottom there. That 31 drifting up. DeSenza has a run, chooses not to take it, gets back in line. So things stay static for the time being. DeSenza having some internet issues there for a second. It's not only the driver 33's heart stopped, but also the 1373-41, all the guys behind him in the immediate vicinity. See him kind of get tight there coming off the corner, drift up towards the wall. It's going to allow Codian to get to the bottom. Going to be side by side here for position. If you're Harry, you got to really balance. You see that 33 maybe having some of those internet issues. You got to balance how hard you're going to push it right now. See, there they are a little bit again. Just allowed DeSenza to not get away from these guys, but at least get a little breathing room. Or not DeSenza, Stakenis, rather, in the 31. About 2 truck lengths now, maybe 3. Call it 2.5. We're working lap 21 and 94. Can get about 28 to 30 laps on a tank of Sunoco Racing fuel. These leaders all have not come down the pit lane here tonight, but you factor in the caution laps, can probably go around to lap 35. They've only run about 12, 13 laps of green flag racing. About 2/3 of the laps so far. We'll be coming up again on that number 25. Simpson just limping around the track right now. Just trying to collect those points. And you may ask why, well, why do you stay out? You're really going to be tight coming off the corner. You're on Simpson, you're running for points. Anyone that retires from here on out, you're going to be able to pass. Still, you're only 2 laps down at this point. Make that up. Get yourself... There's a big wreck here before the end of the night. Get yourself a top 15, top 20 finish. Right now, driver number 25 currently sits 21st. Oh, 19th, actually. I misspoke. There you need 4 laps down. I think driver 144 has called it quits. Simpson doing a good job staying out of the way, so not going to be a worry for, I think, any of these drivers right now. Just probably hoping you don't catch him coming off the corner. We saw that there with DeSenza and the 33 Cody Ann in the 13. They caught that 25 coming off the corner. Slower truck to your outside. You can't let the truck get all the way up next to the outside wall. You lose some of that top end straightaway speed. Just over a quarter of the way into this one, folks. JTN's coverage of the Hobo Racing Truck Series here from Las Vegas. Can't thank you enough, as always, for tuning in. Make sure, if you haven't already, to drop a like on the video and subscribe. Be a friend, tell a friend about our broadcast. It does so much to help support us. And we couldn't do this without viewers like you. Thank you. Monjon has worked his way up into 6th. Dan Rubino has fallen back to 8th in the 44. And the 86 and 19 starting to hunt down Bino. As Weston looks to the inside of Darrell Brown for position, now going down into turn 1. Gonna make that pass. Brown doesn't want to contest him for it just yet. Really see from this helicopter cam, folks, the lines, this is where you can kind of see some of the differences in the lines. The 86 kind of turns into the corner a little bit late. 9 gets really close to that white line. 44 of Bino, he's trying to get a low exit off the corner. Rod Weston in this 19 maybe taking more of a traditional approach to the corners. He's going to look for a pass, going to try to make the move for 8th position. Move Weston up into 8th. Rubino going to lose another spot to the 86 of Brown. That 44 truck going away here as the run progresses on. Around back, it's going to be a freight train around Mopar in the 43 as Hinsky now to the inside. They're side-by-side contact there. 43 to the outside wall. We're wrecking here in turn number 4. Caution number 3 is out. Contact between the 43 and 14. A lot of checkup. And caution number 3 is out. Ryan Johnson involved in an incident for the second time tonight. This one none of us doing. You saw it here live. You'll see it again. Contact there. 14 going to get loose. And Gary Jackson checks up for him. Nowhere for Ryan Johnson to go. Just couldn't check up in time. And that brings out caution number 3 on lap 29. So everyone going to come down the pit lane this time, folks. Get yourself some 4 fresh Goodyear Racing Wranglers on this NCTS 09 mod truck. Little Craftsman trucks. And now you're starting to think about, how can I make this a one-stop race? Can I make it a one-stop race? We talked about getting 28 to 30. This will go back green, probably 32, 33. But you're right on the cusp of being able to make it on one stop. Have to think there might be another caution coming here, though. As Stakenis leads everyone on down the pit lane. It's like Hinsky going to stay out. Richard Fenkel, Ron Simpson. But everyone else on down the pit lane. A lot of 4-tire stops here. You see a lot of 4 tires up on the walls. Even stops so far with the 31 and 33. Gary Codian, though, good stop for driver 13. To go back and check, see if they only took 2. But able to win the race off the pit lane is driver 13, 31, 33, 41, and 73. So same 5 faces in the top 5. We just jumbled them up a bit. Let's take a look back, see. Yeah, so 2 tires on the 13. I guess left side tire's not wearing out too terribly bad. It's a bold call. You just ran all those laps on those left side tires. You're putting yourself in a position where you're going to have to take 4 later. The next time you come down the pit lane. Just have to wait and see what happens. So Harry Cody, I'm going to lead us back to green. Jeff Stukenis, Mark DeSenza, Josh Blair, Herman Reese, your top 5. You already see these truckers clutching it hard right now, trying to save some fuel. Going back green, lap 34 of 94, it would appear. Let's get us back going with 61 laps remaining here. So still a decent amount of time for some of these guys that maybe have fallen outside the top 10, top 5, to try to march their way back up towards the front. See how this 13 holds on with the 2 tires. We saw that as the winning move in the NASCAR Cup Series race here in Las Vegas earlier today. The 2 tires ended up being the winning call with a late race restart with only 2 laps to go in overtime. See if the 2 tires can kind of hold off here for a, well, for what could be a fuel run. We're going to be going back green, lap 34 of 94. 61 laps to go here from Las Vegas. Cody in control with the M4S Installations Chevrolet. Pace truck comes down the pit lane. Cody with control. Into the restart zone we go. Green flag, we're back underway here from Vegas. Oh, he's loose. He's still loose. He's loose, and now he's losing spots. So 2 tires, I think we can check that one off, folks. As not the move. Rod Weston getting loose underneath the 13. That'll allow Cody to get into line. 73 going around. Big checkup here. There it is. Big wreck. Ricky Bumbleau, Rich Napick. Bumbleau tumbling down the front straightaway. Caution number 4. My goodness. This is what we call a long wreck, because it is happening. So it really starts the 41 of Josh Boyer. Here, he's going to get loose. Hits the apron there. Herman Reese following. Those guys into the wall. Then we got more checkups. Contact. Track looks worse than it is because of game stuff. Man, oh man. Rich Napick hard into the outside wall. Ricky Bumbleau goes for a tumble-o. and skids down the front straightaway on his roof. You want to go on board with the visor cam driver 85? Well, here you go. A lot of ping pong being played there, folks. Bumbler's truck on the pit lane. Don't know if that's a night ender, but definitely gonna take him probably out of contention for the victory here tonight. Caution number 4 on the Speedway would like to remind you about our friends at CircleBeatDiecast.com. You can now use code JTAN at checkout to receive free shipping on your order of $20 or more. Circle Beat Diecast is your home for all your diecast related and NASCAR and racing in general related memorabilia needs. Right now, you can head on over to Circle Beat Diecast and pick up your very own Alex Bowman Las Vegas race winner diecast or t-shirt, as well as Kyle Larson's California win, Austin Cindric's Daytona 500 win, or any of the other victories for the various drivers from last season. They're now all available, race win merchandise diecast on CircleBeatDiecast.com. Again, use our code JTN at checkout. You'll receive free shipping. That code saves you anywhere from $5 to $20 to $30 to get you free shipping, depending on how big your order is. On that order of $20 or more, you'll receive your free shipping. It's United States residents only, the continental 48 states. Again, CircleBeatDiecast.com, your home for all your racing-related memorabilia needs. Working caution number 4 here from Las Vegas. As Jeff Stakenis has retaken the lead, our pole sitter has led almost every lap here tonight, putting on a dominant performance with that long green flag run we had. Now working caution number 4 on lap 39 of 94. On 38 of 94. Taking laps away from these guys, folks. Don't want to increase the urgency, right? And we talked about it, right? We talked about it with those first couple incidents about turn 4 being the trouble spot. Once again, turn 4 rears its ugly head with this last caution. With the 41, the 73 kind of having some issues down there. Checks up the whole field. We saw Harry Kodian have some issues through turns 1 and 2 on the 2 tires. And just a lot going on here early on. And not a lot that these drivers can really do in the situations that they've kind of been put in here tonight. You hear the fuel save going on right now with the leaders. I'm kind of lagging back from the truck in front of them. Sure you maintain your minimum speed. Jeff Stakenis currently sits at the front of the field. Your leader, Ron Simpson, about to get back on the lead lap. That 25 heavy damage. You can kind of see it there. The roof on the driver's side being caved in. As we're ready to go back, green flag racing from Vegas. Stakenis with control. Descenza, Blair, Reese, and Monjon now your top 5. For restart, gonna come at you lap 40 of 94. So we'll see how the 4 tires prevail at the front of the field. I am kind of interested to see how Kodian in that number 13 holds up now that he's back in traffic for the restart on the 2 tires. Interesting, little interesting bit of a dynamic there Because we saw it was able to fire off okay down into turns 1 and 2, but then the truck just got away from him through the center of the corner. See if that happens again, because if that happens further back in the field, there's definitely... Guys in the back of the field, usually, they're trying a little harder to get to the front. Face truck going to come down the pit lane. Stekkenis with control. Coming to lap 40 of 94. Getting ready to go back green flag racing here from Vegas. Back down and away we go. Green flag. Good jump there for all of our top 5 down to 1 and 2. Still single file throughout the field. Cut off the quarter. Josh Boyer looking to make a move. Truck's flying by there. Rod Weston at the back of the pack right now, elected to come down the pit lane. Puts himself in a better window fuel-wise to make it on 1 stop. Mark descends to Josh Boyer trying to get a game plan going to find a way around Jeff Stekkenis, who leads. These 2 Chevrolets at the front of the field have been so strong. Qualified up at the front. Stekkenis, our pole sitter, of course, looking to stay at the front here tonight. Big dive there by Boyer down to the inside. Looked like he may have thought he had a bigger run than he did. Unless he's trying to break the draft behind him. Herman Reese, though, about truck length and a half, 2 truck lengths back coming off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway this time. Not able to get anything going there. Monjon holding on in 5th. Here comes Jeff Fugate trying to find a way around Brown in the number 86 truck. Dan Rubino climbing his way back up in through the top 10. Currently running in 9th. Well, as far back as 10th tonight, so a good solid night so far for driver 44. Back up front, though, it's the Stekkenis show. Our pole sitter tonight continues to lead. Closing in on halfway here from Las Vegas. Now you're starting to see some of these tires go away on some of these trucks a little bit further back. Josh Boyer starting to lag. That's allowing Herman Reese to kind of reel in driver 41 for 3rd. Up on that lap truck, 25 of Simpson. Stekkenis catches him at a bad spot. Almost a really it's like I said earlier, folks, you do not want to catch those slower vehicles coming off of a corner. Going into the corner isn't as bad, but off of a corner, so difficult. The 24 Dupuis Cabela's colors on that Dodge this year. Starting to hunt down Dan Rubino for 9th. 44's turning pretty good right now, though. Kind of see him being able to wrap that white line. Now we're starting to see these truckers use the flat through the tri-oval. Tri-oval. This next time by will be right at halfway. In lap 48 of 94. So first half of the race. If the second half is anything like it, there's going to be one happy driver, and it's going to be driver 31. Of Jeff Stekkenis. Did a good job holding on to his lead for the time being. DeSenza has been there on the tailgate. Just doesn't seem like he can get enough of a run. We saw it maybe once or twice in that first long green flag run, where the 33 was able to get a run, but just not enough to maybe make that pass, think about making the pass. Because they are two different things, right? You can get runs with these trucks, just with the nature of the way the draft works, but getting a run and using it versus actually completing a pass, two different things. And sometimes if you can't complete that pass, you're going to find yourself falling further back. So you're balancing that behind the wheel, especially if you're driver number 33. And if you're driver 31, 41, 73, you're hoping he makes a move and he falls back. And then you can get around him if you're those two trailing trucks. Or if you're Stikenish, you hope he makes the move and it kind of might take him out of the picture. Always some good work going there between the 31 and 33. Always see them up towards the front in these truck races. Those two Chevys kind of keeping their distance from that 41 Rocky Boots Ford. Josh Boyer. We're able to kind of close the gap on entry. DeSenza, he hits the apron there. That 33 going to wash up. Can Josh Boyer get enough of a run down the back straightaway? Doesn't look like it. Looks to the inside now. Going down into 3 and 4. DeSenza going to send it on in there. Herman Reese loose on entry to the corner. He drifts up the track. Going to lose some time to the 54 Monjon, who's now all over that, the tailgate. So a couple position battles heating up here inside the top 5. Just over halfway here from Vegas. Boyer misses the bottom there. He's going to lose some time now coming down the back straightaway. Herman Reese has a mirror full of the 54. This outside the top 5, you see Fugate there in the 9, kind of closing up to the back of Cody Ann in the 13. The team breaking the draft down the straightaway unless he's coming to the pit lane, letting the 9 on by. Fugate goes around. Something happened there because these two, they lost a lot of time that corner. Back to these other trucks, unless they're trying to get in line, work together, try to draft their way back up with the top 5, because you're looking at 6th through 10th. And in the second little pack of 5. Urbino there, Darrell Brown, Jeff Fugate leads in the Sundrop Dodge. Oh, 44 around. Dan Rubino, caution number 5. As Dan Rubino goes around and in the middle of the track, some trucks coming. No one hits him. Everyone avoids him. But Bino goes around for the first time tonight. Let's catch you the replay. You see from the helicopter, just going to get loose on entry. 24 Dupuis does a good job not running into the back of the 44, but a little bit of a smack there with the front end of the truck for Dan Rubino. And you see those other truckers coming on by. Get one more look at it. Truck just goes around on him. Sometimes you have that happen. Especially on entry as the tires start wearing out. Everyone taking advantage coming down the pit lane. And here you're definitely outside the window to make it to the end. So this is a tire stop for sure. We want the tires. Our tires are old. A lot of 4-tire calls there. Cody in 13 probably gonna feel really good here on the restart once he's got 4 fresh tires instead of 2. Monjon able to pass Herman Reese for position, so the 73 team loses some spots out of the box again. But Stekenis in that number 1 box get off the pit lane first. Ron Simpson going to get a lap back here. I believe he fell down 2, so he'll be 1 down. Lee stays out till the lap. Richard Fenkel. So a field that has kind of been whittled down here tonight, folks. Started off the race with 23. Rich is out. Barbara. So right now, as we run, it's going to be Stekenis, DeSenza, Boyer, Monjon, Reese, your top 5. Fugate, Cody, and Brown, Hinsky, Weston, your top 10. Jackson, Mopar, Rubino, Fenkel, and Dupuis. Ron Simpson getting a lap back. Weston and Fenkel coming back down the pit lane, so they're coming back down. They're going to top off. We're going to go back green lap 59. 36 laps on a tank of fuel. That's going to be a tall ask. That will be a tall ask. Can probably go 32 pushing it. So 36, you're really going to have to push it. So Stekenis with control here for the restart. Mark DeSenza, Josh Boyer, Andre Monjon, and Herman Reese, your top 5. Going back green, coming to lap 59 of 94. Stekenis with control. Pace truck is off. We're back underway. Josh Boyer loose there on the bottom. Field having to check up once again. Driver 41 So we're 3-4 wide for a second. Herman Reese going to fall back a couple spots. Jeff Fugate, Harry Kodian going to take advantage. Monjon up into third. Boyer gets back down line in front of Fugate. Brown gets on by Reese for position. And what have we been talking about all night, folks? How tricky is turn number 4? Our front runner's still having troubles with it over halfway into the race. Dupuis got really loose there coming off the corner in the 24. Oh, there goes Hinsky around. Keeps it down on the apron, but caution comes out. Number 6. Catch your breath, save some fuel. You might need a little bit of extra of both. What happens here? Does he get spun or... No, he's... So... He sees that orange truck there, 14. Just gets on that transition. Barely comes back up the track. And goes for a spin. Sorry, Dion. Show it again. That GMC Sierra goes around. And Hinsky retires. So we talked... Remember when we talked about Ron Simpson? And staying out is... Well, it's going to be a lonely place out front for Jeff Stickenis. Everyone coming down the pit lane towards the front of the field. Mopar staying out. Dan Rubino, Dupuis, Finkel. Everyone else coming down the pit lane. So these guys hoping to be able to stretch it. Stickenis now going to put some distance between himself and some of the other guys that have been contending throughout the night. Interesting restart is surely to follow. Would like to remind you that we got some interesting racing following tonight's action here from Las Vegas this Tuesday night, 8:50 p.m. Eastern Time. Same league, same track, same place here on YouTube.com. It's the Hobo Racing Cup Series live from Las Vegas, 8:50 p.m. Eastern Time this Tuesday night. Then it's the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series on Thursday, March the 10th from Phoenix, 9:05 p.m. Eastern Time for that one. Then on March 12th, that's this upcoming Saturday, rather, the USORL Cup Series heads to Talladega. Of course, those 3 races and much, much more live only here on JTN and presented by our friends at TWB Technologies. I'd like to remind you can head on over now to the JTN merch store, get yourself some JTN race car merch, available on t-shirts, hoodies, as well as with stickers. Go get yourself some JTN race car merch. We also have our JTN logo merch. That available on coffee mugs, tumblers, pint glasses, and much, much more. As well as your hats, your t-shirts. Not your hats, your t-shirts and your hoodies. We don't have hats, unfortunately. But those also available on the JTN merch store. We got all that linked down in the video description below. Help support us here on JTN. DJ Hinsky has pulled the 14 behind the wall, so that'll leave us with, I believe, 15 trucks on track. Stickenis out in front, gonna lose some of his buffer zone here. Some interesting calls. So Descenza loses some spots. Have to think 33 took 4 tires. These other guys took 2. Didn't have that many laps that time on the left sides. We saw Kodian with troubles early with the 2 tires. In that case, though, a little more of a split on the amount of laps on the lefts and the rights. I think that probably contributed, folks, to some of the issues. They were with 13 on that restart around lap 30. Pace truck lights are going to go off. Stekenis with control, Dan Rubino, Monjon, Kodian, and Boyer, your top 5 here for the restart. Getting ready to go back green, going to be coming to lap 66 of 94, so under 30 laps to go. The folks that just pit should be good to go to the end on fuel. The 2 trucks out in front, however, stayed out. That's Jeff Stekenis and Dan Rubino. Everyone had just come down the pit lane less than 10 laps prior. But they were outside the window then and need to save some fuel to make it to the end. We'll just have to wait and see how things play out. That's what we do here on JTN as the pace car, or pace truck rather, comes down the pit lane. Stekenis with control. Into the restart zone we go. Back down and away. Green flag once again here from Vegas. .44 Rubino with a tough start there. Going to have a mirror full of the 54. Gets a little loose there on the bottom. See Harry Kodian thinking about making a move to the inside of the 54. Monjon now inside of Bino there for position. Have a strong run. They're going to be side by side for the second spot. Bino up the track. Oh, contact there with the 73. Contact with the 944 into the wall. 9 going around through the grass. 00 around, caution number 7. We almost avoided it. Nonetheless, it is out here once again. Gary Jackson with heavy damage on the 00. Running up inside the top 10. Especially that replay. This might be one where we take that first look at helicopter, folks, because there is a lot going on. It all starts with the 44 getting loose off of 4, going to drift up the track into the wall, across the nose of the 73. That slows down the 73, then in front of the 9. 9 of Fugate goes around. Spooks 19 of Weston. Weston into the 00. 2 Rich Fenkel, nowhere to go. Dale Brown also involved. Daniel Dupuis gets another hit in there on the 00. Anyone to go on board with here. On board with Richard Fenkel. You can kind of see things developing up in front. There's that contact using 73 down there in the grass. There's 24 into the wall. There goes the 9 across the screen. And he's gassing it up, thinking there isn't going to be a truck there. There is. 24 making that second hit on the 00. And this is kind of, we've seen these chain reaction wrecks tonight with these truckers, right? I think that's pretty much been most of the wrecks. Something happens in front, someone checks up a little heavy. Not heavy enough. And that's how you get incidents like the one we just saw. It has been a survival night here. No, folks, it isn't UFC Fight Night in Vegas. It is Hobo Racing Truck Series night in Vegas. So Stekkenis decided to come down the pit lane. Fugate as well. That 9 truck spun. Daryl Brown with some damage. Dupuis with some damage. Richard Fenkel. Bino in the 44. Gary Jackson. They all come down. The rest of the folks that pit this last time decide to stay out on this yellow flag number 7. Another case of some bad checkups here tonight. Have at least 2 more laps of caution. Can't thank you enough for tuning in to JTN's coverage of the Hobo Racing Truck Series. Make sure if you haven't already, drop a like on the video and subscribe. It does so much to help support us. We're currently sitting at 11 viewers, 9 likes. If you haven't hit that like button yet, you want to make sure you do so. You help support us here on JTN. We can't thank you enough, as always, for showing your support. Right now, Andre Monjon out in front in this 54. What a night it's been. Has slowly, methodically, made his way up through the field. Thanks, KJ. Been an interesting show from driver 54, kind of just making his way up here. Gonna have to hold off some hungry truckers right behind him on this restart. He'll be coming on lap 72 of 94. Pace truck lights should go out this time. There they go. Monjon, Kodian, Boyer, Reese, Desenza, your top 5. Then it's Weston, Mopar, Stekkenis, Fugate, and Brown, your top 10. Dupuis, Fenkel, Jackson, and Simpson. Missed one in there. Bino back there as well. Getting ready to go back green flag racing from Las Vegas. Tough trucks doing tough stuff. A lot of tough breaks here tonight as well. So Monjon with control here for the restart. And Harry Kodian behind him. Josh Boyer thereafter. As we get ready to go back green, lap 72 of 94. Pace truck is off. Field makes their way off of turn number 4 into the restart zone we go. Fans on their feet once again. Going to be another hectic restart, folks. Green flag, we're back underway here from Vegas. The 54 slides up the track. That opens up the door for Kodian to the inside. Going to be a dragger race down the back straightaway. Kodian on the inside. Going to get the help here through the corner. Josh Boyer ducks it low. 13 drifting up the track. He's getting loose there, folks. Allow Josh Boyer now to work to the inside. So a pass for the lead. A wreck behind them. Stekkenis involved. Kodian gets back to the line first. Josh Boyer going around after the caution. He'll have to come down the pit lane for some tires. Don't hit anything, driver 41. He doesn't. caution number 8, and the dominant truck here tonight is around looking like a cyclone. Off of turn number 4. Let's catch a replay. Going outside 43, 43, 31, same piece of real estate. A couple tough hits there for the 31. He tore up on the back, tore up in the front. See a heavy hit there to the outside wall for Stakenis in the 31. There's the 41 spinning. Or pit exit cam. Plus maybe some contact there between those two. It doesn't look like it. Like what we saw earlier with the 14. Kind of hitting that transition. Man, oh man, folks, another big wreck. Been one of those attrition races. Folks, that's why when you're the leader, you don't want to go back into the soup, as we like to call it here on JTN, because that's how you get caught up in other people's business. Or you put yourself in a bad spot, you make a mistake. In that case, that was one of those incidents where it's two guys late. We're getting late in the race. You're not going to give too many inches, maybe an inch or two. And that time, both drivers were trying to take about 5 or 6. Keith, buddy, you didn't even get to make a lap here tonight. I'm just glad to see you're out of the infield care center. So pace truck lights are off. Kodiak going to lead us back to green. Blair, Monjon, Reese, Descenza, your top 5. Weston, Mopar, Dupuis, Bino, and Gary Jackson, your top 10. Going back green on lap 77 and 94. Be about 18 laps to go when we go back green here. So everyone can make it on fuel. You got tires. Cody Ann gonna keep you and me both, brother. Cody Ann gonna lead us back to green. Josh Boyer in second. Monjon Reese and DeSenza, your top 5. If that bright red 13 Chevrolet can hold off the rest of the field, win this thing, we'll just have to wait and see. Field makes their way into the restart zone. Green flag displayed. We're back underway here from Vegas. Boyer looked to make some headway. We saw he was able to get to the inside of the 13. The caution came out before they were able to get down into turns 1 and 2. Wasn't able to try to make the pass. See what he has too. If Boyer obviously spun it, Monjon loose there through the corner. Sends it to the inside of Herman Reese for 4th. Work there on the bottom. Gonna drift up the track. Gonna get really tight there coming off the corner. They stay side by side. Drag race down the back straightaway. Weston chooses to go with 33. Sends a clear on through for position. He'll set his sights on the battle that's brewing for second as Monjon all over the tailgate of Josh Boyer for that position. Harry Kodian starting to creep away with the victory. A little bit of a block there. Maybe a little bit more of a fade. By driver 41 down the back straightaway. Herman Reese back to the inside of Rod Weston. Takes over the 5th position. Descends it now to the inside of the 54. Different lines being taken down the front straightaway. Descends up into 3rd. Herman Reese looking for 4th. And Weston going to get behind the 73 again. We talked about the draft being so important. You need help late. Herman Reese getting it right now from the 33 of the 19 in front and behind. Descenza dives down to the inside of Josh Boyer. It's got the nose there. Almost makes some contact. Truck gets really uneasy coming up back up onto the banking from the flat there through the oval. Descenza in and on through for second. Here, Harry Cody, and you see that 33, so that bright blue and yellow Chevrolet going to start getting bigger and bigger out the back. Herman Reese now trying to find a way around Josh Boyer. Boyer now seems to be the low-hanging fruit for the rest of this field to try to pick off. Late in the race, 13 laps to go. Herman Reese now looking to the inside. Not enough of a run there. Couldn't get the nose in on entry. That's where you got to have it, folks. You got to be to his inside coming into the quarter, or else you're hunting it coming off. And there they go. Herman Reese to the inside now. Josh Boyer not there just yet. Be coming up on some lap traffic. Again, that's the 25 of Simpson. Not having a great night is that team. But they've made up some spots by continuing to run around here, picking them off as they go a lap. Down, Simpson dives it to the inside, lets everyone get on by, knows the gravity of this late race. 11 laps to go this time at the line. We continue to watch the battle for 3rd as it is hot, but the battle for the lead heating up in front of them. As the tires wear too, folks, we're going to start stabilizing these gaps, stabilizing things out. Contact further on back. Rod Weston going to go hard to the inside wall here. He's flipping. He's up and over. Heartbreak for driver number 19. Daniel Dupuis also involved. Cody ain't going to race it back to the line. Get there first, and we will fetch you that replay. As Weston up in smokes. It's like he gets loose coming off the corner. 24's there. 19, you wish the 24 gave you more room. If you're the 24, you couldn't have given him more room. One of those situations, yeah, he comes down a little bit. And if he wasn't going to hit that wall, he was going to grip flip, so he's going to go up and over no matter what there. Mopar probably with some damage as well. Jeff Fugate gets into the wall. Rod Weston. Got the truck shut off, so it's not spewing oil down. Interesting call. All the leaders decide to stay out. Going for the track position. We missed it. It's now calling our TWB 9 to go. On behalf of TWB, would like to remind you to head on over to GardenLightsDirect.com. From porches to patios to more. For all of your outdoor lighting needs, head on over to GardenLightsDirect.com. They have you covered. Again, that's GardenLightsDirect.com. 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 Here on your, what was TWB 10 to go, now 9 to go from Las Vegas. A bizarre flip indeed, Richard. A bizarre flip indeed. Someone that's going to be looking for a good restart here is driver number 13, Harry Kodian. As that Chevrolet out in front. Look to get a good restart here. Going to have a mirror full of Mark DeSenza. That 33 has pretty much run second the entire race to two different drivers. Now probably wants to take a victory for himself. Josh Boyer sits third. Went around earlier. After the caution came out, able to regain the track position. Currently sits on that final step on the podium. Herman Reese in that 73 Cadillac, always a fun sight to see there. Driver 73, always good at saving his equipment for those long green flag runs. Didn't quite get them tonight. Gonna need a short run here. And Andre Monjon has been up inside the top 5 all night. Currently runs 5th. Has some hungry cats behind him. Gonna have to hold him off here for the restart, but driver 54 definitely has the truck to do it. Mopar in that beautiful 43 sits in 6th. Highest, I believe, the 43 has been here tonight. So some good late race momentum starting. Jeff Fugate up here into 7th in the number 9. Started up inside the top 4. Has not been able to get back up there since. Dan Rubino currently sits in position number 8, right where he started the night. Look to at least have a net gain. Daryl Brown in 9th in the 86, and Richard Fenkel, after starting shotgun on the field, has rallied up into 10th. Daryl Brown has just been sitting here quietly inside the top 10, currently 9th. Jeff Stakanis, your dominant truck on the night, has led the most laps. Heavy damage contact a few incidents ago. And now, most likely out of contention for a win, but looking to salvage a top 10. Daniel Dupuis in the 24 has had an up and down night, has been as high as roughly 6th, 7th position, but has fallen back here late. Rod Weston just had a scary flip down the back straightaway, but that 19 team continues on. Gary Jackson in the 00 involved in a couple incidents tonight. Rides shotgun on the field for the restart with Ron Simpson going around to, I do believe it's like he might still just be one lap down, might be back on the lead lap. Hard to tell at the moment. Gonna be a lot to go here. Can't thank you enough for tuning in. Make sure if you're just joining us, you hit that like button on the video and subscribe. Can't thank everyone for tuning in here enough tonight. Can't thank you enough for tuning in here tonight. Words are hard. Hope you're enjoying the show. It's just me, Joe, up here in the booth. Bristol, our producer, back in the TV truck. Two-man show tonight. We're going to have more great racing coming at you throughout the week, so you're not going to want to miss it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're new here. Here, Cody Ann with control for the restart. Mark Descends a second. Josh Boyer third. Herman Reese and Andre Monjon, your top five. Going to be going back green. 6 laps to go. 6 laps to go. Caution probably takes things out of these guys towards the back half of the top 5, takes them out of the picture for a victory for sure, but you never know here in Sin City. Green flag, we're back underway here. 6 laps remaining in Las Vegas. Down the back straightaway, we stay static, going through turn 4. This is the trouble spot on the cold tires on the restart. Field makes their way through. Mopar into the wall, gonna lose some positions. 5 laps remaining this time by. Can Descend to find a way around. Herman Reese trying to find his way around. Josh Boyer for third on the outside. Haven't seen anyone be able to make a pass on the outside tonight. Herman Reese not going to be the first to do it as Monjon now to the inside of driver number 73. Going to be some contact there between those two. They keep it straight. Down the back straightaway, going to be 4 to go this time by. Reese with a big dive to the inside of the 41 of Boyer. Further up front, looks like Mark Descends all over the tailgate of the 13. Not able to get anything going that time by. Dives it to the inside. Not there just yet. 4 to go. We keep our eyes on the battle for second as we timidly look towards the battle for the lead. Herman Reese going to complete the pass here through 1 and 2. Josh Boyer just doesn't have the truck right now through that first set of corners. Monjon going to look for 4th. Caution flag at this point will end the race. Jeff Fugate looking for 5th, trying to rebound back up inside the top 5. 3 to go. Back up front as things have stabilized there inside the top 5. Mark Descenza trying to find a way around Harry Cody, and both of these guys have been up and down the ladder of the field throughout the night. Herman Reese trying to close in case any funny business occurs right in front of him. This time at the line, going to be 2 fingers from the flagman. 2 laps to go here from Vegas. Cody, and can he hold him off for 4 more sets of corners? Senza with a lunge down into 1, just trying to find some momentum. You see the rear end of that 33 kick out a little bit. Going to lose some speed down the back straightaway this time. Cody M likes what he's seeing. 33 getting just a little bit smaller in the rear view. Going to be coming up on Rod Weston. 19 going to catch him in a really bad spot here. He stays up and out of the way of the top 5. This time at the line, going to be white flag in the air one final time here from Las Vegas. Harry Codian with the lead. Mark Descenza trying to find a way around. Going to have one last big dive here through the center of turns 1 and 2. Not going to be enough to get to the tailgate this time. Going to have one more opportunity down here in turns 3 and 4. Can Descenza get enough of a run? It might not pan out. Going to be right there on the tailgate. Going to get all the way there, but coming off of turn number 4, Harry Codian's going to try to hold on to it. Descends it to the inside. Codian gets it. He wins it here from Las Vegas. What a finish. What a run. What a rebound by driver number 13. After a 2-tire stop goes awry on the restart early on in the race. The 13 wins in Las Vegas. What a finish, folks. What a finish. Remember to stick around. We're going to talk with our podium finishers. They are Harry Codian in the 13, Mark Descenza in the 33, and Herman Reese in the number 73. But for now, he'll burn it down. Codian wins it in Vegas. And as he burns it down for the fans, folks, would like to remind you that you can catch a bunch of great racing here on JTN, including the Hobo Racing Cup Series this Tuesday night, right back here in Las Vegas. Going to be an exciting event on Tuesday. Cody ain't going to take it to victory lane. Don't know if he's going the right way, though. So we'll move on to our post-race coverage. Get those results on your screens momentarily. 23 trucks started tonight. And of those 23, 15 finish, 1 a lap down. And we'll get those results on your screen momentarily. We'll also be talking with our top 3 finishers here. Let's go ahead and start with the driver of the number 73 Cadillac, Herman Reese. Herman, third place run tonight. Man, was it hard to pass, though.
Sorry, Joe, couldn't hear you. There was conversation going on in the background there. Yeah, it was uneventful in some ways. I just never could find the way to the front. Good truck. See that Cadillac horsepower down the backstretch a couple times. Saved me. I was bragging on it to those guys. And Harry's going to be tough. Man, he's going to win or finish second in every race. It's going to be tough to beat him this year. But it was a good run. Apparently, you had to have a 3 in your number to place in the top 3 tonight. And good run for Mark. And shout out to Steve Rubino because his streak continues of like 75 unfinished races due to accident.
I was going to say, at the start of the show, it seemed like if you had a 7 in your number, it wasn't going to pan out well for you tonight because we saw Tom Musa in the 7 and then Steve in the 07 spin out, and you were the last remaining of those guys. But it seemed like it was really hard to pass tonight. I can't, there's no way to kind of work around that. But the racing we saw, was it just about trying to get the right run at the right time? If you were to make a pass, how did you have to set it up? Because you were trying everything. I saw you try to make a pass on the outside on the 41 and the inside. I mean, you were everywhere trying to get by those guys.
Yeah, it's. I was complaining about the setup being too good. You just had to. I'm sorry, I got another conversation going on in my background. Yeah, you had to set it up, and I think that's why we had so many cautions. Was the setup was really good, and so guys had to get more aggressive to make the pass because unless somebody clipped the apron or something, and I was very fortunate a couple times guys not run me over because it was pretty loose in the first 3 or 4 laps, but I think that's why we showed the cautions we had. But I tried laying back and then drafting by, and it was. Not very many people had made any passes. I mean, the move of the race, honestly, was Harry timed it just right off of 2, and that was probably the best way on the restart there to get past Andre, who had a great run tonight.
Well, a bunch of great runs. You had a fantastic one. Started 6th, finished 3rd on the night. I know it's been a busy time for you outside of the race truck. Congratulations on the great run here tonight. But before we let you go, the floor is yours. You've been a champ here. You've been up here plenty of times. You know what to do.
Thank you. Yeah, I was going to say good race to the guys. Had a lot of fun in there tonight, and the Rubino brothers starting our 2022 campaign, and thanks to Hobo Racing and you guys for putting on the show. And we look forward to seeing you again.
Going to be a lot of great races coming up. Tuesday night with the Cup. You feeling good about that?
Where are we at? Vegas?
Yep.
This track? Is it this track?
No, it's 18.
Oh, absolutely. Had opportunity to win that race last year. Very good. Our team, the 4 Horsemen, put together a pretty good package and won last week at California and trying to go back to back, see how that works out.
Love to hear it, Herman. Congratulations once again on the 3rd place run tonight, and thank you so much for talking with us.
Thank you.
Herman Reese, driver of the number 73 Cadillac, your 3rd place finisher here from Vegas. We go ahead, we bring in now driver of the number 33 Wrangler Jeans Chevrolet. Finishes 2nd on the night, Mark DeSenza. Mark, man, if I could just buy you one position, because you were in 2nd, and then you were in 2nd, and just it was hard to pass, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, it was really hard to pass. Congratulations to Harry there. Ran a good race, kind of waited for him to make a mistake. Kind of had to try to pass early on. By the time I got to him, I needed to do it in, a few laps. I really couldn't. Kind of waited for him to make a mistake, but he ran pretty good.
Was it just a matter of maybe the tires kind of equalizing everyone, and then you kind of lose maybe some of the edge you'd have to try to make one of those make a pass, or because it seemed like like you said you were able to get there, but just couldn't get the nose to the inside.
Yeah, going by Herman there at the end and Josh, I heated him up a little, but I tried to keep it a little cool behind him. But again, I I had a couple runs, but not enough to go down into the corner side by side. So yeah, it wasn't a lot I could do.
Well, let's talk about running in the middle of the field because we had that split strategy there, middle of the race, and we saw obviously Jeff had the big issue there after pitting late and kind of putting himself at the back. But are there extra nerves there when we've seen the issues all throughout the night with guys getting really loose off of four on those restarts, kind of being in the middle of the pack? Do you worry about that anymore? What can you do? Maybe did you do maybe to avoid kind of getting caught up in some of those issues that maybe some of these other truckers were having?
Try to run up near the front, but just got to be easy for that first lap, that first corner especially, and give it a lap or so, and just kind of try to hold your position, and then it's not too bad. But I don't really know. I didn't see a lot of it was behind me, but I did come up on a couple of things that I had to make it through. But I don't know. Just think you need to give it a lap or two, and it'd be good.
Well, Mark, you had a fantastic run here tonight. Second place finish, started third. A great run for you in this 33 team, especially to cap off race number 3 on the 2022 campaign. Congratulations once again. Before we let you go, though, the floor is yours. Sponsors, family, friends. You know what to do. Floor is yours.
I'd just like to thank you guys and Hobo Racing, Steve, and everybody for putting us on. Great league. A lot of you win here. You got to beat some good guys. So I'm just, kind of happy to finish second to Harry. So other than that, good job, everybody.
Mark, a great job to you as well. Congratulations once again on the second place run, and thank you so much for talking with us.
All right, thank you.
Mark Desenza, driver number 33, your second place finisher here tonight. We now bring in winner chicken dinner, driver number 13, Harry Kodian. Harry, you did the 2 tires early, and I thought the night was over because all of a sudden you were in the middle of the pack. Take us through that second half of the race.
Yeah, that was my fault. I took 2 tires earlier and it was okay, but during race conditions, honestly, I drove it in there and kind of jerked on the wheel a little bit and got it loose. That was my fault. And then I had to fight to get back in control, and luckily I got it and didn't get in that wreck there. Then the car, the tires heated up and it was okay. Although
Mm-hmm.
if you could see in that run, I definitely didn't have the corner speed.
Mm-hmm.
So lucky to hang on through that, and then didn't fall too far back. Got some freshies and got to race.
Got to race once you got those 4 freshies, but talk about, because once you kind of got back on equal footing with everybody, you had a really strong number 13. It seems like everyone, though, was having a lot of issues coming off of 4, but your truck looked really, really stable, even in the early portions of the run. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, and I think what that was, we could drive through there full throttle.
Mm-hmm.
But I was backing off a little bit and trying to come off the corner a little straighter instead of having so much wheel coming off the corner. And, I was worried about Josh there because I know he's really good at these fixed races. And I don't know what happened. I was surprised he wasn't right on me on that last restart. I guess he was trying to hold off Mark.
Mm-hmm.
Once I saw Mark drop down, I knew I was in trouble. I raced with him in a fixed league years ago, and he just dominated. He is so good on the fix. So I was definitely worried and running. And I think really the key for me was I was just lifting, a little bit getting in. I knew I couldn't give up that bottom line, but it was fun on my side. I hope it was a good show for y'all.
It was a great show there at the end. And talk about it sounds like you've had a pretty good start to this season. Talk about what it means to start off 2022 with the wins, the second place finishes, and just overall getting off to a fantastic start.
Yeah, it's huge here. You're racing the 31 and Herman. Herman just dominates these championships. I raced 2 years ago. I had a lead going into the last race and lost by 4 points. So, yeah, you got to get every point you can here.
Well, a great start to the year, a great win tonight, Harry. Before we let you go, though, you're a pro at this. The floor is yours. You know what to do.
Well, of course, I want to thank Steve and Dan and all the admins. You come here, you do a lot of these races for us. This is a great league. A lot of friends, it's family. I've been here several years, and you'll definitely look forward to talking and racing with all the guys. I want to thank you guys, JTN Network. I mean, you guys do a great job, and guess we're going to have another one for you Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be the same thing for me. I'm going to chill out a little bit. I'm still, shaking a little bit, and I'll enjoy watching the race later. And then, of course, I got to thank my wife putting up with me, and then my son who paints all my cars for me. So I think that's it. I'm going to go relax. Thank you, guys.
You go take a load off. Congratulations once again, Harry, on the victory tonight, and thank you so much for talking with us.
All right. Thank you, Joe.
Harry Kodian, driver of the number 13, your winner here tonight. Well, folks, that's going to do it for our coverage of the Hobo Racing League Truck Series race here from the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Remember, if you want to check out Hobo Racing, you're going to go to hoboracing.net. We got a link down in the video description below. There you can get all the mods, all the tracks, all the cars that we run here at Hobo, as well as a bunch of other goodies on their site. And then sign up to come race, because it's a great place to race. A lot of great guys, as you can see. And some great admins. Thanks to the Rubinos, of course, Steve and Dan. They do a fantastic job and for bringing us out tonight. It's been a fun show, and we're going to have another one for you on Tuesday. Again, next live broadcast is Tuesday night with the Hobo Racing Cup Series from Vegas. Going to be a fun show, no doubt. Going to have another person up here in the booth, so you won't have to hear me talk for 2 hours at least. But it's going to be a fun show, folks. Want you to tune in. Make sure you do. Make sure you hit the like button on the video and subscribe right here. With all that being said, though, can't thank you enough for tuning in. For Bristol, our producer, I've been Joe Twansky. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time live right here on JTN. So long for now, folks. Yeah, and they're going to be 3 wide coming to the checkered. Never mind, they're gonna be. Oh,
Maverick!
Who
did that?
Turn 4 into the tri-oval. Whitehill is through the grass. It's gonna be Noah Joyce winning his first career race in the Red Bull Cup Series.
All right, and they're wrecking behind them. We got cars flying everywhere. Cars upside down, but it doesn't matter. Noah Joyce has done it. He's won at Daytona in the 3 car.
Musa's gonna.
Oh, he's gonna use that apron!
He's gonna use the apron!
They're gonna be side by side! Coming off the corner! Boy, back to the inside! It's gonna be a drag race to the line till Musa gets it!